any and all government agencies. I will simply say to you, Josh, respectfully, my conversations have been with the Department of Environmental Protection, the State Department of Environmental Conservation, and Army Corps of Engineers. And I believe in my heart that these agencies are actually trying to protect the environment. I'm not saying they're perfect by any stretch, and I think we want many layers of oversight. We want a lot of transparency. We want strong citizen voices calling them out if things are ever not being done right, and citizen involvement. But I'm also, I have to be honest with you, it's a little black and white to paint the world as, you know, all government agencies have no interest in serving the people. So I believe, wait a minute, I didn't say you said that. I'm saying a broad point. They believe that this can be done, and they believe an effective capping can be done. I had a wildly detailed conversation with the Army Corps of Engineers about this, and they believe, in fact, you can substantially restore the wetlands. So there is a fundamental strategic disagreement, respectful one, about what will create the momentum for that to happen. I believe history points out that the absence of development has not made that happen. I think development will. If I thought for a moment that the people who would live there would be endangered, of course I couldn't support it. So I appreciate your construct. How did I or anyone else convince themselves? And I'm saying, I think for people who are serious public servants, we go and talk to people who we believe are experts and have responsibility. I think, as you know, the Army Corps of Engineers put a lot of energy into the canal, which is appreciated. And I'm going to believe them unless I'm given a specific reason not to, that we can clean this up effectively and that it is an appropriate site for development. If there's evidence to the contrary, I always want to hear it. I always want to hear that, because I'm certain that every public debate needs to be constantly refueled with new information. So I would welcome that.
Okay, the councilman was happy to have you respond, so you can respond. Because this is in a debate,
Yeah, no.
With a question mark at the end.
Right. In the form of a question, I sincerely thank you for engaging. We do have leakage along the low site down there, right? I mean, we know that there's oozing tar coming up from where the cap was. Now, I'm not saying that these two sites are the same sites. Obviously, they're not. But the Corps of Engineers is basically, from my understanding, said that it would be prohibitively expensive to do a real dredge on the canal, a full dredge on the canal. And short of that, I haven't seen the level of engagement and discussion and dialogue with the community about what exactly those cleanup plans are going to be. What are the details of those cleanup plans, and what is the long-term, what are the long-term health concerns? What I've heard much more about are the rezoning issues, the affordable housing area, which I think is a very important discussion, obviously. But those environmental concerns, at least for me, have not been addressed, and I think I've been pretty diligent about going to a lot of these meetings. So if your office could assist people in understanding exactly what the cleanup looked like, I think that would help some of us, for sure.
I think it's a perfectly fair point, and we've tried, but I think we need to do better, obviously. And one of the things we've been trying to get these agencies to do is come in together. We did have one public forum last year where they all came together, but we should do another one now. And I think your point is very well taken. Lay out chapter and verse, what's happening currently, what can be done going forward. And I think you're right, there are problems with dredging, which is why capping makes sense and restoring the wetlands makes sense, and we should show how that can and will work. So I think that community debate makes a lot of sense. I don't think that's a reason to not move this piece forward for a lot of other reasons, but I think we need to do that for the community, so we will take responsibility for that.